Well, good morning. It's the morning after the first night in our new place. That's not our new place. That's an old Akia that's being torn down. They just started the work yesterday. Isn't that interesting? That old house will be gone soon. All right, so I just wanted to give you a report after the first night. Slept very well. I was startled at just how dark it is there at night and absolutely quiet, even though the city, I've only been a minute from the house, the city is just up there. The Shinkansen bullet train, the Shizuoka line, Tomei Expressway, Route 1, the bypass, all of that. The whole city, all the infrastructure. Yet out here, it's as quiet as a country house. Isn't this a beautiful house? Speaking of which, beautiful Japanese house. They're farmers. They usually have a farm stand up there. See how they have the main gate and then the small little, easy entrance there. I don't know what the difference is necessarily. It's a beautiful house. Anyway, I'm going to pop down here real quick to the vending machine. This is the closest vending machine to our house for a coffee. I'm not going to stay out very long. Very, very short walk because Rudy's in my room. I got the heater running in there and I've got him under the covers and I don't want to leave him alone for very long. It's too cold for me to take him out this time in the morning. We'll wait for the sun to come up. So it was a good night. We passed the night well. Again, I love the fact that it's dark and incredibly quiet and that the house seems to have really nice light. I also noticed while I was walking through the house this morning, the floors don't creak. Place seems to be very sturdily built, which is another nice plus. Here's the vending machine. Some hot coffees down here. I'm gonna grab a hot coffee, do my good life meditation, and then we'll start our day. What the day holds, it's mostly just probably cleaning the old place, working on the new place, just et cetera, et cetera. Now begins our new life, new chapter, to wear a well-used phrase. Let's begin. Okay, it's the start of my new life in my new room. I've got my dog, nice and warm. I've got my book. I've got my heater going right here. I've got a lovely view out the front from the balcony. And there's a side view there. I got a stack of books to read. That's only half of them. The rest of my life, none of those books have been read by me, or most of them haven't been read by me. Maybe 18 of them in there have. The 18 that I kept that were the ones that I had to keep. They just couldn't give up in my life. That I took with me. And they're all listed on the back of every one of the books I've written has a reading list at the back, and all 18 of those books are listed back there. The essential books of my life. I've got this table that I got from the people that lived here before, a couple of items back there. All of this is going to change. This is going to be my center of my world. This home and particularly this room. And this little dog, Rudy. Rudy boy. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to sit here now and wait for Yumiko to get up. And I'm going to sit here and start reading again Moby Dick. And enjoy this life and savor the start. It seems like it's just been one start after another. But this is the most earnest start of all. The start of truly a retired life in our new home. Can I share with you a further thought? The book that I'm reading here is Moby Dick, a classic, even though it wasn't considered so at the time. I don't need to go down that road. Anyway, it's one of my favorite books. And what I'm realizing as I'm reading it again now, choosing it as the first book to read in my new paradigm, is that it's such a delicious book. It's like to me, it's right up there with like Herman Melville's, The House of Seven Gables. These two books are so delicious. But in the past, when I've read books like this, it's always been like dining on the go. Like you're heading out the door to work and you got, a sandwich, an egg sandwich in your one hand and you're taking a bite and you got your coffee in your thermos and you're going out the door because you got life to do. And I could never really savor the depth and the richness of these works because I was so busy in life. Now, I'm always, it's just part of my nature. I don't know that I can necessarily slow down, but I'm sitting here right now reading through the first bits, which Melville builds up and leads into it. He's got the etymology at first and then the extracts. And I remember when I first read Moby Dick, zipping through that stuff thinking, yeah, get to the story. Let's get to the story. Now I can sit here in my peace and my home and my freedom, the freedom of retirement. And I can sit here and I can just savor with my little dog, you know? The delicious bits and pieces that no longer need to rush through anymore. This is the very best part of being retired and being 60, is being able to savor life in the most delicious parts of life at the pace that those things deserve. While Yumiko's feeding the dogs, I couldn't resist. I got started. I'm going to get started right away in the garden. Why not? There's got to be something significant to this moment. So it's not even 9 o'clock. It's 8:41 a.m. We haven't even had breakfast. The dogs have been fed. They've been walked. The sun is barely up. I'm out in the garden with the shovel in hand, working on bamboo punji sticks removal. These things, dangerous as they are, getting them all out of the way and safely cleared. Yumiko's inside making breakfast. And I realize we've got this space here where it's at once we can be together. If I'm in the garden, she's in the house, we're still together. Yet we're alone in this togetherness, as this is our land. There's no one around. There's no one to even walk in front of the river there, because that road goes nowhere. This is truly a very private plot of land amidst the city. Still, just less than probably about a 12-minute walk to the nearest train station. Amazing. So I'm sorry if I sound like I'm going on and on with all the positive aspects. I don't mean to brag or sound like I'm not being humble, but that's part of this journal, is sharing the experience of this retirement journey, both the pros and the cons, right? I mean, the bad stuff too. We're happen to be in a moment of good stuff, and we haven't even had breakfast yet. Back to work, Kurt. There's Yumiko in there. She's making our morning coffee. Usually my job, but I'm the busy guy out in the yard, so she's making coffee and breakfast. And we're gonna sit and have our first meal. No sign of the dogs. I wonder where they are. Mitsketa. There's Rudy in the kitchen. And there's Oliver too. Yep. What a mess I'm making. Getting my nice patio all dirty, all soily. My gloves over there. Making tearing up this place, which is what needs to happen before I begin to build. Now, please never mind the awful mess that is this room. This is all going to be redone. We're going to have a whole new bath area and everything, but I just want to point out that we're doing our first load of laundry in the washing machine, which the plumber was by yesterday and hooked up that stuff. He had a little trouble. They were by for to inspect, and they said the plumbing is all good. No leaks in the water anywhere in the house. Nice shape. Good plumbing inspection. So we're having our first breakfast with the dogs, and we've got the TV that we inherited on the thing. We don't have any cable hookup, so we're just watching whatever the heck is on. All right, set up. Itadakimasu. And did anyone notice that the Maneki Neko that Yumiko picked out at the flea market is on display? The first of our wise guys. Okay, this is a momentous moment, so to speak. You go over here and sit in the sunshine. I'm going to unpack my Sonos sound system. Now, there's a story behind this that is interesting. I hope you'll find interesting. So, Sonos, as you may know, is world-class leader in high-quality Bluetooth audio systems. Now, the man that founded this company is a man named John McFarlane. And back in 1996, I think it was, I was working for Mr. McFarlane's first company, software.com, which later became OpenWave Systems. It was an email server company that at one point, I believe, over 70% of the world's email ran on his company's software. And I was one of the early employees. I think I was employee number 20. I was their first hire in their technical support team. I wasn't the supervisor, but I was the first, rank and file guy. Anyway, we were in Santa Barbara at a small office above something called Something's Fishy, a restaurant called Something Fishy on Lower State Street. And we had a balcony overlooking the, I'll put a photo of that restaurant. You can see at the end, maybe I'll put it right here. Oh, I gotta explain. It's the red building, that's the restaurant. And then on the second floor, there's a balcony. And that balcony overlooking Lower State Street, that was I didn't have an office. I shared it with the supervisor of support. That was my window. My desk was right there. I'll put a photo of me sitting at my desk there as well. I couldn't believe it. I had my own window seat at Lower State Street. It was a sweet office. Anyway, we had a balcony. You can see the balcony in the photo there. And every Friday we would have beers out on the balcony. And I remember one time we were out there, and this is before the company got big. John was just he was a postgraduate at Cal State's University of California, Santa Barbara, and he's dropped out. I think he dropped out to start his company. Good thing I think he's a billionaire today. Anyway, and we were sitting out there having beers one night, and we were talking about, a group of us were talking about the future. And John said, he said after this email servers thing was done, he was going to look into improving the state of audio software in the world, because he said that was something that really needed to come up to speed in the new century. And he had ideas to do that. Fast forward to today, Sonos, which is, I don't know what you call it. You can read it the same forward and backwards, is that company that John started. And I was there on the balcony of software.com when he was only like 22 years old, maybe younger than that at the time. And he was sharing with us how one day he's going to revolutionize audio sound. So when I was in America, I bought myself, partially in honor of John, partially because I like audio, and partially because I was hoping to get a place in Japan where I could have a nice place to listen to music without neighbors nearby. I'm not going to listen to it loud, but just, a little bit up, but in such a way that I didn't disturb anybody. And so I bought myself a pair of Sonos. I think these are called the 100, no, the SLs. I think they are called 100s or something like that. Anyway, there are two, in here there's two boxes, there's two units like that. And then over here, I bought myself the big Sonos 5. This is like for all the bass stuff. So I gotta position them, or I'm gonna unbox these, position them around the room, and my little tiny room here, and I'm gonna have nice sound. Now, I wanna show you something. I don't have any neighbors. So that side, that's the closest neighbor over here. They're across the rice fields. Over here, there's absolutely nobody over there. And over here, on the other side, that neighbor is close, but Yumiko's room is between my room and that one. And they're not there during the day because they all work. And this house is an empty house. And I was just downstairs playing the music on my iPhone, and I couldn't even hear it. It looks like this house is really well sturdily built. You can't even hear the sound through the floors. So I think, like I said, I'm not one to play loud music, but I think I'm good to be able to enjoy my Sonos system for the rest of my life without disturbing the neighbors, which is important to me. So let's undo the unboxing. I don't have any neighbors. So that side, that's the closest neighbor over here. They're across the rice fields. Over here, there's absolutely nobody over there. And over here, on the other side, that neighbor is close, but Yumiko's room is between my room and that one. And they're not there during the day because they all work. And this house is an empty house. And I was just downstairs playing the music on my iPhone, and I couldn't even hear it. It looks like this house is really well sturdily built. You can't even hear the sound through the floors. So I think, like I said, I'm not one to play loud music, but I think I'm good to be able to enjoy my Sonos system for the rest of my life without disturbing the neighbors, which is important to me. So let's undo the unboxing. I should have turned the camera on earlier, but Yumiko's tasked me with assembling a laundry hanging solution. So what I've done is I've created this cross member up here using the existing infrastructure, that up there, so that we have the clothes hanging. You know, in Japan they hang their laundry to dry. They don't typically use dryers, although houses sometimes have those. This is still the way to do it. And then I've got this, you know, for the detailed socks and underwear and stuff, and then this for the shirts. And then I've assembled this long pole here, you know, where we can hang blankets and other large items. So I'm going to finish it up. You can watch me finish if you want. Let's take you for a test drive, shall we? Let's hang the laundry. Oh, my underwear.
Oh, my underwear. Oh, so sensitive. Got it. Sit in the center. Good boy. So this, see how this works? This goes up here like this. There's your start in the center. And then these open like that. And see how they click? Like that. You can receive the shirt. This is my unmentionable. And go up here. This is nice. If I do say so myself. The trick is balance. I'm happy there. You prefer to do this? Okay. There you go. Sure. Hopefully this will work. We need to do something to secure the bottom of the end so it doesn't fall off, right? Can you reach it okay? Okay. Let me know if you need more adjustment.
Yeah, I'd say that's a proper looking Japanese set of balcony laundry. Looking good. We're taking a dog walk in the wooded area behind our house. This is a very pleasant place. I really like the water that's always flowing there. Very nice. Come walk with us. All right, so believe it or not, these are stairs. It turns into a waterfall in the rain. Let's see if I can climb it though. I'm not killing myself. But it's a lot easier going up than coming down. Oh, I want this water on this side. Ta-da!
Good job.
Look at the lovely flowers. Spring is almost here. picture right here is a kappa, an amphibious creature of Japanese folklore. And he's asking us not to leave trash. Kawa e gomi o hirete nai yo minna no hirete minna no kawa o suzuku. Basically, it's all of our river. Let's keep it clean. And we're back down by this little stream that runs and trickles beside this farm and the farmhouse. I just love it. I used to play here with my daughter when she was little. We put sticks in and pretend they were boats. And then down here at the end, there's even a little net to catch things with. We're having a funny moment. Yumiko saw a sign posted for a bazaar that, a bazaar, crafts that would be held at the community park. And it's like March 16th? Mm-hmm. And we're like, that's forever and ever away. And she says, yeah, we don't even know what the day today is. And I know it's the 19th, but I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. Do you?
It's Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So between the two of us, we still got it. I knew the date, and you knew the day. That's pretty good. That means we need each other you complete me on the calendar. A quick stop by our neighborhood, literally just down the street from our house, farm supply. Today all they've got this afternoon of the day is umeboshi here for 100 yen. These are sour pickle plums, really good on rice and on my faves. Let's go, guys. Back to the house. Let's see if the dogs know where we live. Oh, Rudy is leading the way. Rudy, where's your little house? No, it's not up there.
You don't live there.
That's not the place. Yeah, it fell down. There we go. Here's our house. Come on, Rudy. Don't pee on that. I'll put that up on there. There we go.
Here we go.
Tadaima. Arigato. Ali, hayai.
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't get up there yet. Your feet are dirty.
So this is our routine. The dogs have to have their feet cleaned before they can go up. We keep the foot cleaning thing here.
Okay. Give me a paw.
Wipe.
Give me a paw. Give me a footie. Give me a footie.
And then oshiri.
Okay.
He's going straight to the sofa. We're always going water first. And now I'll do Rudy. Okay, it's time to take in the laundry. Just come over here and snap this thing right here. Twist this and drops. And the clothes come right off. Oh, Rudy. Pretty easy. Snip and drop. Snip and drop. And then pull all these off one by one. Oh, here's a little bit of good news that arrived. This is the deed to our property. So it's ours, title and everything. Well, I guess that's the same thing, right? Title and deed. Anyway, we bought the property on the 29th of January. It's now the 19th day of February. So that's, what is that? Exactly 20 days, right? From purchase, we paid for it. We got the deed. It's ours. Guys, this is it. It's our home. Now, let's go do a little gardening.
Charcoal.
Well, it's the end of the day, and we're at our favorite place for everything. I'll show you what we got. So we both got the hamburg teishoku, and it's got hamburger meat with cabbage and stuff, miso soup. She got the regular size rice and the pickles. Got one thing of tea. I got the big rice, and I got the sausage, and you got that stuff.
Got
And
2 teas.
I got 2 teas, and I got a beer. This is the expensive stuff. That's all they got. Still, it was only 2,500 yen, right? Which is like
Yeah, 5.50.
for so $18 for all this. Nice, not a bad. So let's eat. I'm tired. This is where we had dinner tonight. Man, this place is good. If you ever want a place that's got good, look at all the people. They're just streaming in. It's good food, great value, great food, and an excellent value.